All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm here with Costa.
What's up, everybody?
So, most of you saw the fight, the McGregor, and how do you say his last name?
Conor McGregor, and the other was the Cowboy.
So, yeah, the Cowboy. So most of you saw the fight, and I had actually made a video many years ago, about 4 years ago, teaching how to use the shoulder in the street. How to set it up, how to put your body behind it. About 4 years ago, I made that video, so it was pretty funny that when McGregor used it, that video kind of blew up, and a lot of people started writing me comments and sharing the video. It went from like a couple of thousand views to 20,000 views in just like 24 hours. So I decided to make a little video and talk a little bit more about how to use it in the street, because obviously he was using it in the ring, but it could easily be applied in the street as well. A great follow through with bicep shots and headbutts when you're in that space in close quarter. Okay, so I'm going to be breaking it down with Costa and just showing you guys how to set it up, how to use it, how to follow up with a bicep or a headbutt or a knee. But before we start, guys, go visit my new website, nickdrossos.com, the complete self-defense tutorial, 48 lessons. I have as well my instructor course, April 11 and 12 here in Montreal. I only do one a year. Spaces are limited to 8 people. Got 3 people already reserved, only 5 spaces left. So this is the level 1 instructor course. And I have the level 2 in June, 13 and 14. So if you guys are interested, go check out my website, nickdrossos.com. I'll put the link in the comment box. So how can you use this shoulder strike? First, when you're striking with the shoulder, you're not just using your shoulder, you're using your whole body. You're actually stepping in. So what you're doing is when I'm striking, so come over here, Costa. Over here, turn around here. I'm gonna shoulder pop them. Right? And just show you from here, I'm just gonna pop. Now, Costa, how much you weigh?
260.
260. So I'm just gonna show you guys from here, right? So this, do you feel that?
You feel it.
So all it is, so if I'm here, I'm striking with the shoulder, I'm popping it in, but you're also using, thanks Costa, you're also using your footwork where I'm stepping in. So my foot moves and my shoulder pops in, right? So I'm popping and popping. Now, the way to use this is if we clinch. So come over here. If I'm in here, he's doing this, right? What I'll do is I'll drive it with my body and my hip. It's not just the arm. Now, the nice setup to this is as I pop here, I'm headbutting, I'm elbowing, I'm striking with the shoulder. I could also strike this way. I could bicep pop it, or if, let's say he had me by the shirt by here, and I'm here, I could launch it here, and then boom. Oh shit, you felt that?
That's good.
So right now I just came in right with my shoulder into his face. So it's a quick snapping, popping that goes again into the face, into the jaw, but I'm driving my hip into it, pushing off the ground. Again, always using my body behind the strike to maximize. Well, the reason why it hurts is because it's quick little snapping shots that are following with your whole body. And especially if the person, so grabbing, if he's pulling back and I find the opening, boom, I'll lean forward, hitting with this part. Now, again, in the street, if I'm here and I'm clinched, I'll pop it here, I'll headbutt, I'll elbow. If he comes in, boom. I could also use it as a pressure point that if we're clinched, I'm gonna do this. You feel this?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take his face and I'm gonna squash the nose in the back, neck cranking. From there I can release, boom, bicep, headbutt, knee, oh shit, sorry, knee. So when you're looking at using that bicep pop, train to bicep pop, to shoulder pop, to headbutt, to elbow, strike with the forearm. All these quick snapping shots are shots that a lot of times people don't see. We're not, most of the times the attacker will try to release and throw punches. So if I clinch and I'm here and I'm here, boom, I'll throw the knee, bap, I'll throw the elbow. If I come in, I drive it forward with my shoulder into his face. So let's see if we have any questions here. Hey Nick, hey Costa, groin shots as well. Is that move cannot affect your rotator cuff? Could it? I don't think so. I'm popping in it with it this way. So maybe we can, who is this guy with you? This is Costa, hello there. Demonstrated this weekend. You should teach us how to be cautious in the street. So, if you guys see, again, it's the same principle with the bicep pop. So come over here. If I'm here, boom, bicep pop, shoulder pop, elbow, headbutt. Boom. So train it inside to be able to strike from the inside. Because what happens a lot of times in close quarter range, the person, the attacker, I've seen it happen very often where they're going to start doing this type of stuff, right? They're going to try to eliminate the hands. This is when your knees are going to come in. And as soon as anything happens, boom, throw it here, throw the elbow, throw the bicep shot. You're keeping quick, train those quick snapping shots and strikes on the inside and use your head, guys. Now in UFC, you're not allowed to headbutt. But if you did, all this space when you're inside, you're vulnerable for the headbutts, right? You're vulnerable for the headbutts coming up, coming to the side, and you're not allowed to bicep pop to the throat. But all those strikes are really amazing and useful in real life situations, right? So that's it. Let's take a couple of questions.
There was one here. Where was it that I saw? What am I answering?
Yeah, which one?
None of this works when you're punched in the face and adrenaline kicks in.
None of this works when you punch. Well, I don't know, and it knocked out a UFC fighter, so it's hard to say, right? Here's the reason why these type of strikes work. A lot of times, it's always a strike you don't see coming that's going to make the most damage.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're in here and you're fighting, and boom, I pop this, or I do a bicep pop or a headbutt. Right? Because you don't see it, and you don't need big range to create power. You need short, explosive distance with proper body weight to be able to do damage. I know because I was bicep popped one time in training, and man, it fucking killed. I couldn't chew for like 2 weeks. So it does work.
And the other thing about it, it's also knowing that if ever you're in this type of situation on the streets, don't forget there's other parts of the body you can use to save yourself. It's not about punching or kicking.
Yeah.
Some people forget you can use your shoulder, you can use anything else.
Yeah, good point.
That's the other thing too.
Right?
When you throw a knee
to injured. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? When you throw a knee, are you aiming to the... Look, when you're in that position, you're kneeing, just knee, man. Whatever you hit, you hit. Don't, you know what I mean? If you hit the groin, great. But it happens too fast sometimes to actually, be like, oh, let me hit exactly at a perfect spot. When I'm in here and he's clinched and I'm here, boom, my knee's gonna come in. Whatever I'm gonna strike, I'm gonna strike. But once I hit low, then I'm gonna hit high, headbutt, and then I'm gonna go into the throat. I'm gonna palm, I'm gonna eye gouge, I'm gonna strike the throat. I'm gonna shoulder pop him, headbutt him, palm, rake. I'm gonna go right into the face. Again, close quarter strikes are you don't always need to pull away. Learn to fight, because most fights happen at that distance. So train them, maybe I could show how to train it on the Bob dummy. Closest weapon to closest target. So Costa, here, you wanna flip the camera open over here? Right, we'll pick it up.
Pick it up.
And Costa's gonna do a little bit of filming over here, guys. So maybe you could film it like this, Costa.
Sure.
So I could show you guys. So if I'm striking, and this is how I actually train my strikes. If I'm here, So these are just little strikes. I'm working and staying in close. I'm always keeping contact, striking the throat, eye gouging, hammer, fist, palm strike, knee, elbow, eye gouge, switch, bicep pop, shoulder pop, headbutt, knee, come out, boom, boom. Inside, inside, throat, hammer, fist. So I'm almost quarter strike. Inside. Finally here, over, under, bicep, headbutt, shoulder, the headbutt.
Sorry, Nick. Somebody says the way you grab the dummy isn't necessarily the same the way you're gonna grab a human being.
Totally, but I mean, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the back of the neck, I'm moving off my center line, I'm doing tool and target. Obviously, it's not moving, right? But it's still better than a punching bag because I'm able to clinch and grab, but I'm working on that tool and target development, going to the eyes, going into the throat, palm striking, just working in close, boom, boom. Throwing the knee, down, bicep pop. Conditioners, I'll come here, 1, 2, 3, boom.
And basically, it's all about also having control, because obviously, meanwhile, you're doing that to somebody like in real life,
Yeah.
that person is still gonna be fighting back.
Absolutely.
He's gonna be trying to block himself, blocking your punches.
Block.
He's not gonna just stand there and basically let you do what you gotta do. So at the end, like you said, it's all about taking control.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm still working. I'm just working my strikes, putting my body behind the shot. Again, guys, like I mean, this is just one drill that I do to work my close quarter striking. Obviously, if I do it with Costa, when we're inside and clinch, we simulate going back and forth, trying to tag each other. But it's learning how to fight in there and close. Is there any questions, Costa?
How will those affect yourself when hitting a person face like that? How will those affect yourself when you're hitting? Hold on, how is it just watching? There's so many platforms.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, next one. So, it's fine.
How is just watching help if someone shy and nervous? Good question. Sorry, good question.
What's the question again?
Basically, how can somebody just watch you,
Yeah.
but is at the end is still a person that's shy, is nervous? How would just by watching you can this actually work?
You gotta train it, man. You still have to go out there and you have to train, right? So, start if you're afraid to experience contact, start by training on a bag. Start by shadow boxing. Start by doing light drills to develop the feeling of contact, of being close to somebody, of being pushed, shoved. Do drills where are low impact, but some energy in it. And then with time, you'll be able to get to build your confidence. Well, you'll be able to get to, experience a full out scenario and be able to actually experience some more heavier contact and closer to what you might face in real life.
Let's see. Yes, I have a bag, but what if they are bigger and stronger?
Well, if they're bigger and stronger, then you gotta fight harder and smarter. That's it. You know what I mean? Chances are they will be bigger, they will be stronger. Yeah.
Won't you hurt yourself if any of those punches? Again, you get it in your face. It says. Sorry about that. Hold on. Here. Won't you hurt yourself with any of those punches to the face?
What do you mean those punches?
Receiving them or basically giving
Yeah, like if I'm here, elbowing, headbutting, right? It's hard for him. Yeah, I could maybe throw him.
Yeah, giving them. Sorry, giving them.
Giving them?
Yeah.
No. Again, you gotta know, right? When you're headbutting, you're hitting with the top of the head into the facial area. That's the best place to hit. As well as if I'm bicep popping, just really not much here. If I'm elbowing, right, I'm elbowing in the face. If I hammer fist, if I'm palm striking, again, the highest chance of busting your hands is by going to punch. Yeah.
That's another good question. At one point, you feel like you're gassing out. The fight's not over, but you feel your gas is running out. What do you do? How do you...
What are your options if you're gassing out? You run or you keep fighting? That's where your conditioning, your training comes in. How serious do you want to take your training, right? How much do you want to put in it? If you want to do it like 30, if you do this for a living, your conditioning should be part of your training. A very, very important, you know what I mean? When I was working in the clubs, I was training every day, 5 times, 10 times harder than I train today. Because I remember going to the club and saying, today I might get stabbed. Today's shit might hit the fan. How ready am I? So, you know, to be strong, fast, explosive, have the proper timing and all those stuff.
Nico, how do we... So I want to check everything because there's one user I want to see his question because he said he would like you to answer his question. Sorry, Holden Mully. He says, can Nick answer my question? Sorry, can you just repeat your question? I'm just going to try to find it so I can actually tell Nick so he can answer your question. Okay, this happened to me and I want to know if I could have handled it differently. What exactly happened to you? Nick, I'm curious, what would you do in this situation? So let me just go more back. Okay, yes, you would be hit in a fight, but if you don't have anyone to train with a dummy, what is, I guess, the second best option?
Get a punching bag. If you don't have a punching bag, create a punching bag. Find a way to, you know, I don't know, you know, find a way. Grab a piece of rope. Start striking something. Work your speed. Work your timing. Your conditioning. Shadow box. Shadow fight. Visualize. You know, at least if you don't have a training partner, become as fast, as explosive, as light, as agile as you can. All this will only help you. Watch self-defense, watch what I teach, watch my self-defense videos. I have a program online, the self-defense tutorial, a complete self-defense step-by-step on how to learn how to defend yourself. You can go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. There's still a lot that you could do just from watching.
What would you do if you're with your girlfriend or wife and a guy comes up and slaps her bum?
Oh man.
I guess you haven't seen Nick's videos. You just have to go and watch them. There's a lot of scenarios like those that Nick has done.
I mean, all right. Are they 2? Are they 3? Does he have a knife? Am I gonna risk picking a fight with 5 guys and end up getting stabbed and even worse, maybe harming her? I can't tell you what to always do or never do. You gotta make that judgment for yourself.
Would a pressure point work on a bigger guy?
Yeah, I've actually used pressure. But the only pressure points I've seen that work is this one right here, the blade of the forearm this way, right to the jaw, right? This is one that I've used, right, where I went here to here. Another good pressure point is in the throat or underneath the chin when I'm here or here where I'm going under the jaw. Other than that, I haven't seen any other pressure point that I've seen that really works. Like, I mean, go into the facial area, neck crank, go into the throat. Those are 2 pretty solid ones I've seen. You know, there are a few more. The hard thing about pressure points is that a lot of times if the person is moving, it's hard to apply a pressure point, right? Because the person's in movement, either fighting back or trying to. On the ground, there are some more pressure points you can use because you can use your knees, you can use your elbows, you can use your heads because the floor is like an anchor.
Let's see. We do have a lot of questions, by the way. Could you demonstrate good head and body movement for defending?
Well, see, one of them that's good is, you know, I always keep my hands up here, right? And if you want to work your head movement, just work on. What I do is I put on the weight vest, I put on the band, and I just work on every angle, like down, side, I go really low, slip, and sometimes I go in positions where I'm just playing with it, just kind of bouncing either way, moving my head, moving my body, playing my footwork at the same time. So sometimes I'll grab a rope, I'll move around the rope, I'll create different, like a spider web, where I just have to come up, come down, and keep playing with my head and my body, but even more important, having the proper footwork behind it.
Nice. Let's see here. How you can avoid being afraid to hit someone because you know you can hurt them, or to be confident to hit someone?
Again, you gotta train. It's only through training that you'll be able to experience and develop that. And again, it depends. What is the threat you're in? Are you fighting for your life? Then I hope you're not starting to be afraid of the damage you're gonna cause. I think when shit hits the fan and if your life is in danger, I'm hoping that you're gonna do whatever it takes to protect it. And with the amount of force that you use must parallel the amount of danger that you're in. Pretty much that's the way the law works. But again, it's all shades of gray. But when the time comes, it's hard for me to answer something like that.
Let's see here. Let me see here. Okay. How can you use biting?
Biting. See, biting, I mean, it's, it's hard for you to go into the fight and go bite him, right? Is it possible? Yeah. The only time I think I would bite is if I'm really in a position where I'm stuck, I can't move, and all I have is my mouth. Try to create a little flinch response, whether it's to simulate biting or go into space or bite into a finger. If I'm stuck and that's all I have, then, everything is a weapon at that very moment. If you gotta bite, you gotta bite. And, if you gotta, rip into the eyes, grab the ears, pull the hair, you gotta do whatever you can to survive.
Sorry, what's his name? Say my name says, why would you hit someone in the throat? WTF. I don't want to say what it means. So why would you hit someone in the throat?
Oh,
Why
I
not?
don't know. The guy's 250 pounds. He has a knife. He walks up to me. I'm not going to say, hey, sorry, sir. I don't really want to hit you in the throat. Damn, I'm going to freaking hit you in the throat. If I feel my life is in danger, again, it's up to you, man. Let the guy pull out a knife, attack him, be like, I didn't really want to hit him in the throat. Guys, again, at the end, I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot do. It's your life. You have to decide. I can't tell you always hit him in the throat, never hit him in the throat. But if I'm faced with a guy who's 250 pounds and I'm outnumbered and I think I'm outarmed, I'm gonna freaking punch him in the throat as hard as I can.
It definitely does hurt. Where's the good landing? Sorry, let me go back to the messages. Where's the good landing places for a knockout?
A really good one is behind the head, right? So if I hit boom here, obviously boom into the chin, here, up. It's this motion, that will knock him out. So hitting behind the head, believe it or not, is a good spot. Anywhere with the jaw, you're creating this motion, the snapping. So either palm strike back, palm strike behind the head, around the jawline or around the ear, anything around here, right? Anything around this area will create, again, exception to every rule and everything is possible, a good knockout space. So you could aim around the jawline, top of the chin, behind the head, anywhere around this area.
Nice. Let me see. You guys, by the way, these are awesome questions.
Yeah, good questions, guys.
I'm trying my best to read all of them.
Yeah, how many people we have on?
Well, right now there's 26.
Okay.
And we thank you very much for guys being here with us.
Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, all these questions, you could also get your answers just by going to Nick Drossos' channel on YouTube.
Yeah. I have a lot of videos up there, guys, already. And
what do you think of frontal head kicks? I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Frontal head kicks.
are you talking like boom up here? I'm assuming if I'm here, boom, and I can land up straight through the middle. Why not? Davis does a really good kick he showed me, which goes from here and boom, he strikes right there. So here, boom, boom. So if I'm here, boom, I step in, I'm back. So for sure, that, again, the only problem with that high kick Right now in Montreal, it's snowing outside, it's cold. Am I gonna throw a front kick? I'm gonna slip, fall. I don't always have the clothes that permits it. So, and higher chances of slipping, falling, him catching my foot. So I always say keep the kicks lower than the waist, low line into the knees, into the shin, into the groin, push kicks, hit low, boom, come up high.
Beautiful.
So I think that's it.
No problem, bro.
So I think that was a really good live, guys. It was a long one too. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more videos, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. I have a complete self-defense tutorial. I have as well, I'm gonna get out of the light. I have as well the complete self-defense tutorial, and I have my instructor course, level 1, April 11 and 12, level 2, June 13 and 14. They're in Montreal. Spaces are limited. I'm only taking 8 people per level, and level 3 is next year. It's gonna be a. I don't want to spoil it. I'll keep it for next year because I'm building it right now. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stand strong. Go to the comment box, visit my website, nickdrossos.com, for your complete self-defense tutorial. If you have any questions, send them to me over there. Sign up to the newsletter. Thanks for watching, guys.